here we go as the revs go up for Moto 2. Who's it going to be? The gate's down. Dale with an awesome jump, as usual. That man just knows how to get out of that gate. Pushing wide, though. It looks like this time he's not going to come away with it. It's going to be Hinks pulling off that hole shot in this second moto. A lot better of a start for him in this one. Starting back in 20th in the first one, but with a strong ride all the way up to second. And Mistale in
We'll
third.
be able to.
What's that? Slowy
We'll be able
in
to
second.
see what he can do.
Absolutely. We got Slowy in second, Zex in third, Vincent in fourth, Mr. Krabs fifth, Maseo sixth, Brody in seventh, Price eighth, and then a bunch of guys behind them, all clustering up. Pink's trying to take full advantage of this awesome start and trying to get away fast here. I believe somebody was off the track at the beginning of those rollers. It is next in second, Mr. Krabs in third, Vincent in fourth. Well, Vincent going down is going to collect Maseo with him, and Kyle as well. Oh, Kyle didn't go down somehow, but definitely got really squirrely, losing some time. Hey, thanks for the follow, Stinky. Funny name. W Krabs, Mr. Krabs fan in the chat. But we will focus up on the lead here. Hinks out front, got almost a 2-second gap on second, but looks like he made a little mistakes there. Zex trying to close in. Take this time to mention the man Zex. You guys don't know who that is. He's also known as Zero. It's the guy that runs XRL and is the reason that we have this awesome, or one of the reasons we have this awesome prize pool. He's the one doing majority of our cash prizes for the season. So big W's from that man, XRL. Awesome guys, awesome dude, Zero is. He's still cruising. Deck's still keeping him honest, though.
Yeah, kind of just maintaining his 2-second lead right now. Running nice and smooth.
Whoa, why did I gonna do that? There we go, my bad. Did not mean to hit that key. I don't even know what key I hit. Started putting it in slow-mo. Just kind of waiting for this to see if it's going to spread out at all, but man, these guys right behind him not letting him go, keeping him really honest here. Looks like Zex has actually closed it in a little bit. My controller's doing some weird stuff.
Oh, Pink's off the track.
Good track entry, keeps it on 2, comes up short on the table a little bit, but still in this thing. And I'm lagging, apparently.
A little bit. A little bit of robot boost.
Yeah, but I saw it. They just started dancing around on the screen. I'm like, wait a minute.
And it looks like Hinks got about a second of cuts when he went off the track there.
Yep, and that makes it only a 0.4 gap. The Zex in second, so Zex can get any closer, it will change. Mr. Krabs in third, holding it steady, and about 4 seconds back. Or I guess 5, since he got a second in cuts, right?
Yep.
Oh, Hinks, hold on to it.
The roughness and then the deform on the track starting to catch some of these guys out.
And we still got 25 minutes plus 2 to go. So if it's catching them now, they better watch out.
You can already start noticing on certain areas that are like key lines, you're going to start seeing divots form in some of those jump faces. The downhill corner coming up right here, the takeoff that they're using.
Yeah, definitely gonna start
You can see
forming
the
them
divot.
kickers.
It's right here. This one right here. You can see it forming right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing's gonna have a gnarly kicker if they don't experiment and find another line at some point.
Zex went down.
Yep, Zek's down from second, allows Mr. Krabs to get by. And Hinks is saying, thank you for giving me some breathing room.
Yep. That's definitely going to make his job a little bit easier.
I feel like he was definitely feeling the pressure. We've seen a lot of mistakes. Definitely probably the track as well, like you were saying, but the pressure didn't help at all, I'm sure. No. Guy in chat says Crab's gonna be coming for that booty.
They were our 2 fastest qualifiers today.
That's true. As Mr. Krabs makes a mistake and lets Zex get back by for second.
And this is a good showing for Zex because in our qualifying times, he was 22nd.
Oh.
Little bump here. 206 from Hinks that last lap. Also his best lap.
So that makes sense then. The guys aren't running their quality laps by any means. So it evens the playing field for someone like Zex, who is a bit more on the consistent side and may not be able to be the fastest qualifier in the world, but he can run that kind of pace pretty regularly.
Yeah, unlike Supercross where the track get faster when D4 kicks in, Moto is the complete opposite.
Yeah, and let's be real, it only got faster on Supercross because the tracks are flat.
Very good point. That is a very good point.
Like if those tracks had actual ruts in them from the start, the track would start going away, and it'd start being just as bad as Moto probably. I feel like that's how it played out last year.
Yeah.
We do have a solid battle here for second place between Krabs and Zex. Krabs made that mistake, let Zex get by, but then now he's all over him. Both making mistakes, getting out of that rut. Taking different lines before the finish line here. How about Driggs having a great ride in the second moto? Wasn't he the one that sadly had his last lap position messed up from the leader keeping going?
Yes, he was. The leader kept going. He got into him. Kind of kept him from chasing down the guy right in front of him. It does look like Mr. Krabs has a good amount of cuts right now because he's right on him. He's right on him and shows 5 seconds down.
Yeah, he keeps on making the ending up just barely off the track in the corner and then trying to get back going, and all those things are adding up on him. Because I've been watching a lot, and it's not like he's been doing anything crazy. He just makes a mistake, ends up off the track, gets back on. But Driggs alone in fourth, Zex alone in second, Mr. Krabs alone in third, so Zex is probably the closest one out of these top ones, though, with not being that far behind Hinks, but I think he just lost a little bit of ground in those rollers.
Yeah, Hinks just being a man of consistency right now. No real big mistakes so far.
Let's get down the board, see if we can find us some battles. Like I found one. We got Brody in fifth, but he's got company from Price. when Brody goes down, I'm just going to hand the position over to Price. Price up to 5th on track. Looks like he's got a little bit of cuts. But there is Slowy. Slowy's a bit further back than timing and scoring showing. Sure that it'll update at some point here. Wait a minute, what did I just see there? Hold on. Oh man, that pothole you were literally talking about in that face just caused those two to get together. Slowly caught it, and it sent him to the left, and Tilu went to the inside and tried a different line, and they got together completely. Both went down.
And look. Ooh, yeah.
Saw what I was talking about.
Like we might have a timing and scoring issue. K-Dub's showing a lap down, but Hinks has not lapped anybody yet.
Yep, it's either a timing and scoring issue or some major cuts on his part. Oh wait, K-Dub's stopped before the finish, that's why.
Oh.
He called it quits.
For K-Dubs.
Called it quits or ran out of gas, something silly like that. One of those two. We are looking at Tilu right now, battling for his life. Actually, outside of the top 10 on timing and scoring. I don't know if that's actually where he is in position because things are a little mixed up here. He's battling with Ethan Smith. Makes a mistake and almost goes down. Almost collects Ethan with him. Where is Vince? Yeah, Vince is in 15th. So yeah, some of these guys are actually back here.
Oh, and Hinks just went.
Hinks
down. Where's Zex? Oh, Hinks goes down again. And Zex is going to take the lead.
He's still close. He is still close. We'll focus up on the front.
Now Zex is down.
As soon as he gets the lead, his bike wouldn't stop bouncing either. But just like that, it's not as close anymore.
A wild lap.
Believes that actually is going to give second to Mr. Krabs on the track. Thought you're not going to help him though. I wonder what helmet Mr. Krabs is running that I actually don't have. Like you would think at this point that I have all of them. Like what does he have?
Yeah. Possibly a custom-made one.
That's possible too, yeah. I gotta figure out that making my default one choice of helmet again, because with the new beta update, I don't know what happened, but I got rid of the default gear. Like I couldn't see for most of the helmets anymore, but now I can. So something happened with the new update.
Maybe reinstalled everything back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume so.
Oh, Hanks is down and facing the wrong way. That's going to give Mr. Krabs the lead.
At least on track, anyway. Mr. Krabs still sitting in third on timing and scoring. And Mr. Krabs hang on and try to get away here and overcome those cuts he has.
Hanks off track a little bit. That might add to cuts and help hit out Mr. Krabs. And Zex is still lurking behind them too, so they're not in the clear from him yet.
Why am I going to him? I keep on going to Mr. Krabs. He's third on the board by accident.
And I keep trying to get it switched over to him. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, and Hinks is still on him, actually. Now I realize. So we'll do that. Focus up on that while I actually look at somebody else.
Oh, Mr. Krabs off track. More cuts.
Still, love to see Driggs having a much better ride in this second moto with how bad his first one went.
And Hinks just dove the inside on Mr. Krabs and pushed him out of his way and said, "This position is mine." Clean little block pass. No one went down.
Just give him a little love tap.
Pretty much. Now Mr. Krabs pushing it, trying to take it back. Going to the inside.
Oh, and
he
he's
goes
down. Oh man,
That is
good
gonna
effort.
let by as well.
We'll look back a little further here. We have Brody and Kyle and Sutton all near each other here. Kyle's actually in front of Sutton. It looks like Kyle's got some cuts.
Seems to be a common story with this track so
Oh,
far.
and Sutton goes down. It's going to allow Brody to end up all over him and actually get by him as Sutton almost looped out and went down again.
This deform is really starting to eat these guys alive in some areas, and we still have 14 minutes and 2 laps to go.
Holy cow.
A couple
Definitely
of
gonna
issues
have
from
to,
Hinks.
definitely gonna have to take a good
Zex
look at this track afterwards. Decide if I want to keep it where it's at or not, huh?
Yeah. Zex is right on Hinks now. Zex is caught up, and Hinks is off the track. And Zex takes the lead. In the same position that it happened before, but this time Zex holds it through the next corner.
So it's definitely, looks like it's a three-way battle. You said Hinks was still right there, right?
Yeah, they're all three right there. Mr. Krabs just unfortunately with a lot of cuts right now. But it'll make for some good viewer, that's for sure.
Yep, definitely haven't focused up on you because that lead is still so close. Like Zex is starting to try and stretch it out though.
Yeah, it looks like Krabs has probably about 4 or 5 seconds of cuts. Maybe more than that, actually. 'Cause he's probably only about 3 seconds behind him, and he's back 12 on timing and scoring.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just watching Brody here dealing with pressure from Sutton. That 6th place spot. Looks like Sutton's gonna make the move.
Now Zex is starting to kind of pull away a little bit on Hinks. Check on lap time. Right now, Zex's best lap right now was a 205.7. But right now he's running the last lap at 206.1.
Wow. Definitely still making it happen in this E-Road. Not far off of his best lap at all.
No. Consistency pays off.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Krabs is all over Hinks behind him fighting through. On track 2nd place.
Taking a look a little further back, looking at, we got Jesse in 9th. Tilu and DeGoose really close for 10th. It says Tilu's got the position, but DeGoose has it on track.
Something happened to Hinks back behind the Zex. Not sure exactly what happened, but they came over that big table and all of a sudden Hinks was nowhere to be found.
Oh, and DeGoose going down, so allow Tilu back by on track. And poor race for my guy, sadly, further back there. Looks like LaSalle and William not having nearly as good a race as they were having in the first moto. William obviously crashed, but until then he was riding well, and then LaSalle was in the top 5. Sitting back at 21st and 22nd right now.
quick lap comparison. We got Zex. His last lap was a 2:05.7, his best of the race actually. So even through the E-road, setting his race best. Let's kick over to Krabs, who his last lap was at 2:06.6. So about a second and a lap difference between first and second place right now.
And then Hink's definitely having some struggles as the track has gone away, because he has fallen back about almost 13 seconds behind these guys. Riding so strong early on, looked like he was starting to try and get away, and then it all came undone. See how well he can stay recovered and not try and fall back any further, or maybe even get back after these guys if he can.
Even with those mistakes, though, Cuts do still have him in second place.
Yep, sure does.
Something happened to Krabs because he's gone now. Krabs has disappeared.
I see him getting ready to cross the finish line now. He's in front of Hinks on the track still. He's not far in front of Hinks, but he's in front of Hinks still on the track. Those cuts are killing him.
Yeah, those cuts are hurting. But that's giving Zex a nice cushion. Not feeling any pressure now, that's for sure, after a very hectic first about 16, 17 minutes of the Moto.
For sure. We got Driggs, who was riding really strong, holding down that fourth for a long time. Has dropped out of the top 5, but still holding on for a top 10, currently sitting in 7th. Actually, he's behind Just Floyd on track, so... Oh, what was... Hold on.
Cuts.
Hold on. Okay, good. He just made a mistake. I was saying, he better not be just cutting that thing.
And a little boost to your guys. We had a couple of guys just retire on this lap, so a couple of position boosts for William and Mazel.
Oh no. I know one of those guys that's retired is gonna be getting gonna have to be getting yelled at by his team owner and one of our collaborators, because he's just gonna throw away all them points.
Yeah, it could be that he ran out of gas. Maybe he didn't rechange his setup, but something you should know going in.
Yep. Definitely possible, but nothing was said here, so we're gonna say he just retired at this point.
Yeah.
If Liam or anyone else on the SDR team that isn't racing is in the chat, you give me a status on that for Vincent.
Looks like Hinks is starting to roll back towards Zex here. Cut that lead down by 4 seconds, while Mr. Crab is starting to make mistakes. He's falling all the way back to 26.5 seconds down, almost out of the top 3. Oh, Zex with a minor mistake there as well. He just went down.
That's not what he wants to have happen. He's gonna let these guys catch him if he keeps doing stuff like that. Well, look, we got
nothing like commentating a race and having your daughter come up trying to talk to you.
I know all about that on Sundays, or when I'm doing the SDRL streams on Saturday and Wednesday. No, all about that. Actually, one of the main reasons that I run things as late as I do is not have to worry about kids and interruptions, stuff like that. I can stay focused on what I need to be focused on.
Looks like we had slowly now dropping out of the top 15 with the retired. Gonna be another boost.
Yeah, well, when they're missing all those points in this championship that has all those prizes, they're gonna be regretting that if they're having good races further in the season.
Yep.
And the amount of mistakes I'm seeing out of some of these guys now is insane. Watching Jesse make some crazy mistakes. Tilu back here in, I don't even know what positions for sure because they're right near each other, but they're spaced out on time and scoring by a position.
Yeah, this track and the roughness from the deforms really starting to eat them alive. There's certain sections that are getting pretty gnarly. If they don't start changing their lines, it can really bite them.
Yeah, and the problem is I just feel like nobody practices any of their lines, and they wonder why they can't change lines. They go to finally change up, and then it bites them, so then they go back to the main line. And it's like, well, I mean, if you don't ever ride any other line other than a qual line or the fast line, how can you ride a motocross track like it is meant to be ridden?
Looks like Hinks is starting to cut into that lead pretty significantly. Another 3 seconds off that lead. Let's take a quick look. Last lap for Zex was a 2:09.5, and the last one for Hinks was a 2:05.5. So really starting to cut into it, and he's really catching him now. He is on him now. The battle for the lead is on, with 3 minutes left to go in the race.
Gotcha. Thanks for letting me know, Liam. Tell that man to leave his game on next time if he's going to stay up, that way he doesn't lose points.
That is understandable, though.
Absolutely.
The timing and scoring for these two shows 4.5 seconds, but Hinks is right there.
Let's find something else here. Gotta find some action.
Hinks going for the move on Zex.
Battle is on for the lead. Sadly, there are cuts involved, though, so Hinks not only needs to get by him, but he needs to actually find a way to stretch it out. Stretch it out quick, as we are under 2 minutes plus 2 laps to go in this second moto of the night.
The upside for Hinks is he's been several seconds a lap faster than Zex these last couple of laps.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, Liam. I've even talked to him and everything. I was kind of thinking about it now, for sure. Definitely surprising.
Hinks made the move. Oh, and Hinks is down.
Or Hinks.
That hands it right back to Zex, which, with just a minute and 20 seconds left in 2 laps, and the cuts involved, that just might do it.
Yeah, definitely a good possibility if Zex can keep it on, too, for the rest of this one. Obviously, the results will be updated tomorrow, later tonight or tomorrow for people that retired, but in the meantime, they will be put up so we can establish overall at least. So, might as well go ahead and put the first moto in now. And just wait for this one to finish up. But we are looking at Kyle and Brody, and who else was near it? I saw somebody near Kyle. Oh, it was Sutton. Sutton up in third on time and scoring, but with Kyle on in like, that's confusing. These guys must have a lot of cuts.
Yeah, several guys. Krabs has a bunch of cuts. We know for a fact. Sounds like Kyle does as well.
Yeah, it seems like Sutton has benefited any of his mistakes. He's managed to keep it on track and not miss the timing gates. But yeah, he's definitely in this mix for a possible podium here in the second moto. Mainly because of their cuts. Mr. Krabs, Kyle, both having cuts.
It's going to be interesting to see the actual cut totals after the race.
Yeah, something tells me it's something crazy with some people.
Yeah. And there's a couple of corners I noticed in it specifically. That corner before the big table.
Yeah.
That corner, I've seen a lot of guys go wide and fall off the berm and miss that, basically off the whole straight leading up to it. So.
Yeah, and I feel like that's definitely probably giving them a cut. I know that they put that extension like up top of the berm there to not like that way people can, if they have something go down, they go over the berm or whatever. It's not going to kill them and they're not going to have trouble getting back on the track, but I don't think that's the case for off to the side of the track after the corner. But Sutton going down again. That was Kyle managing to get by him on track, so he's actually in that fifth place position on track. Mr. Krabs is actually in third on track as well, so time and scoring aside, yeah, those positions are correct. Just Kyle has to update for fourth, possibly. Unless he's got cuts and it doesn't update.
Looks like Dex is holding on to his comfortable lead.
Will having fun as he's getting lapped, just throwing some tricks and stuff. Just happened to see it because I see just Floyd putting him a lap down. Did I just see him crash again?
You did.
I did, right?
Yeah.
I did. I totally just saw him crash again. That man just blipped out of existence. Had to go and look at him.
The commentator Kurt, alive and well tonight.
They talk about how he's having fun, and then she's gone. Blipped.
Oh, that kicker I talked about earlier, Zach just about ate it off that kicker.
Ow. Not surprised he's still hitting it.
Yeah, he hasn't missed that second one.
Crazy.
Trying to keep the same lines, just trying to play with where on the berm he's riding at this point. But looks like Hink might have gone down at this point because that gap doubled in a lap. So Zex with a comfortable lead. We should be coming up to the last laps, I'm thinking right here.
Yep, does say 2 to go, so definitely should be next time around. White flag, yep, there it is.
And one more lap for Zex here. If he can keep it on 2 wheels, and he'll have a pretty commanding lead here.
Yep, as we are focused up on him as he makes his last time around the track.
From behind, so this should be one of those kind of back it down just a little bit. Just make sure you take it all the way around.
Yeah, where did Zex get in the first moto? Zex got 8th in the first moto, so as they run, Hanks is our overall winner with a 2-2 on the day.
Well, that's a good ride, especially Moto 1 coming back 20 to second. So,
Yes, definitely was a salvage ride for sure. That first moto, getting it all the way up to second. I can't ask any better than that, honestly. And I mean,
I
realistically,
don't
I
even
mean,
know
if
if
you,
you call that salvage.
yeah, true. I mean, realistically, if you think about it, we had to get rid of that guy that beat him, so pretty much went to the lead.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll even remove him from the first moto results, so that way it is a win.
I mean, if he's going to be moved out and told to go race pro, I think that's the best way to keep things fair.
Yeah, right.
For the result in totality.
Yep. So everyone is going to get more points for Moto 1. Sounds like a plan to me. I already got to go and edit stuff anyway because the people retiring. Might as well do it.
Yep. Here we come to the back end of the lap.
Here comes Zex to grab that second moto win. Not quite sure if he's going to end up on the podium or not with how everything's shaken up, but it's definitely a good possibility. Most likely, honestly, with how bad the other guys that were up there did, other than Hinks.
And Mr. Krabs pulling second?
Not quite.
Oh, there it is. Cuts. Cuts killed
Not
him.
quite. And Sutton looks like he's gonna pull off a fourth. So that will make him 6-4. So he's probably in the mix. Mr. Krabs got 10th in that first moto, so I don't know if he'll be in the mix or not. Kyle getting 5th. Brody in 6th. Just Floyd in 7th here. Looks like T-Lou had some mistakes or something because the gap is nowhere near as close as it's saying. Here he comes, bringing it home in 8th. Ethan getting that 9th.
Actually, looking at how this top 10 from the last one, I think Mr. Krabs might actually be in the top 3.
Oh, really?
Bullet, who finished 7th in the first moto,
Mm-hmm.
he retired. Sutton may be
6-4.
second. And if we bump everybody up, a 5-4. Second, Price dropped to 13. Mastell's all the way down in 18.
Did Maseo run out of gas? No, I hear his engine. Just kind of rolling it in.
T-Lou went 8. Actually, T-Lou may be up there as well with the 2.8. Gonna be close.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be close.